Hello, everybody. Marvin Bragg Jr. here, Prof 670. Today, we are going to be discussing the cost benefit analysis of having the Super Bowl in Arizona for Super Bowl 57. Let's hop right into it, guys. So, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest sporting events, each and every year. You have the NBA Finals, you have, the MLS, you have the Euro Cup, you have the Masters, NASCAR, whatever whatever is your, favorite sport. They have the big championship at the end of the year. Well, this Super Bowl is one of the biggest. It's worldwide. It definitely touches a lot of people. Definitely has a wide range of audience. But with that being said, there's a lot of eyes being looked at this event. So sponsors and big companies definitely will be in attendance. The Coca-Colas, the McDonald's, the new emerging cryptocurrency companies are now stepping in and getting their hands, feet wet in the sporting events and becoming sponsors for them. So that's really cool to see. You're going to see the best of the best commercials. Everybody loves the Super Bowl commercials. They all look to see that. So that would definitely be looked at upon as well. This year, Super Bowl, this next coming season, the Super Bowl will be in Arizona. They've hosted three, including this next season's one, 2008, 2015, and 2023. With my whole cost benefit analysis, I wanted to analyze and compare this Super Bowl coming up and looking back at the last one, just saying what can change, what can be bettered, and what to look forward to in this next year's Super Bowl. So the methodology, looking at with some quantitative reasoning, just looking at the correct data that was applicable to my research. I was looking at such as the cost, economic impacts, also the impact of stuff that cannot be tracked with numbers. So you're just looking at that type of stuff, and that's where logical reasoning comes in because I was to use logical reasoning without to look at data that didn't have numbers involved in it, because this event can definitely impact many different ways. So looking at the pros and the cons, let's go start with the warm climate being number one on this list. Warm climate definitely has a big factor in this. And I'll mention down low as it'll bring out more tourists. More tourists definitely equals more money. The more people that are out, the more likely people are going to spend their money because they're going to be outside probably all day. The pricing of this stuff is definitely going to benefit these companies and vendors and stuff of that sort. But definitely warm climate has a big factor. Hosting a great event definitely will raise the profile of the city. Being looking at the state of Arizona, they had it in Scottsdale. It's going to happen in Glendale. Looking at the impact on what the Super Bowl will do for the city. If they host a good event, this the city of Glendale, also Scottsdale, will definitely be looked upon better for future events. Future events such as this is a long term investment. With the previous two Super Bowls in 2008 and 2015, the state of Arizona was able, the state of Arizona, pardon me, was able to remodel and renovate the Arizona Cardinals football stadium. So we can see with this, Super Bowl event, the money that's being made from this event definitely will impact, the NFL team that's hosting the event. Whether they're there or not, it still will benefit them. Like I said before, with the warm climate, the more tourists will come out, which will equivalent to more money. There'll be people more outside within the weekly events at the NFL Experience, the local convention centers, the local bar, whatever they're gonna lay their head at. It'll definitely affect them because when people be out when it's warm outside, people are going to tend to be in the house when it's cold. Are only going to go outside when they need to when it's cold. For this event, the state of Arizona, the city of Glendale, Scottsdale will be the center of attention. The center of attention, brings a lot to that. There'll be a lot of eyes, a lot of media, tracking this event. So a lot of eyes will be on the city. Not necessarily pressure, but it's good publicity for them. It'll definitely put them on the map as Arizona isn't one of the biggest markets in sporting, but it is known. This will also bring out more jobs. The Super Bowl is a big event, so there will be a lot. They will need a lot of helping hands in order to keep this event running smoothly throughout the entirety of the week, and also the day of, as that'll be the biggest day for them. Looking at the cons, potentially local businesses could suffer from major advertisers. I'm looking at the local businesses who are the mom and pop shops who may not have the fan base. They do have the original customers and stuff like that. But I'm not talking about the companies that are up and running. I'm talking about the ones that aren't as well known. Like the NFL is bringing in the Coca-Colas, the McDonald's. They're bringing in these big name companies. are definitely going to sponsor because they want their name to be out there even more. So looking at that, that can have an effect on these local businesses. Potential negative publicity can come from this event as well, just by not having a good event. I'm not talking about the game not being good, just the overall, the state of Arizona not being hospitable to the visitors. These people are coming out here spending their hard-earned money, flying in, staying at hotels, going to these restaurants, bars, other sporting, people do for sporting events. So it may have a negative publicity, and one person's, tweet goes viral about, this one restaurant, or the NFL did something wrong to them at this event. So they're thinking about that as well. Also, security concerns. This should be at the top of the list because this is a big, big thing. With all the people coming into town, they have to make sure that everybody feels safe. They want Arizona to stay the same as it was before these people came. Security, security, security is going to be a big concern because you want the players, the staff members, the media, the personnel, the NFL administration, and all the fans and customers to feel safe as they are there. Everybody's going there to enjoy a good time, have a good time, and be safe. So security will definitely be the utmost importance. I took, with the risk and bias, I took, one from each. With a bias, I want to exclude myself from the situation because I do have a favorite football team. They are in LA, so I definitely want to take that and my bias away from that and looking at why Arizona was a good fit and comparing it to this past the past hosting of 2015 and looking at the potential it has in the future. So taking myself out of the situation, just looking at some neutral articles, data and analysis as well, definitely was not challenging but a mission. One big risk from this this event occurring is not having enough security. That'll definitely be the utmost importance. As you see, every year, they have the streaker that goes into the field. We're not talking about that. We're talking about making sure that every fan gets into the arena safe, on the way, then also gets back home and to their respective, homes as well, because we want Arizona to, be able to host future, events. There doesn't have to be sport; it can be entertainment or music events as well. Look at the data. This data was collected from the 2015 Super Bowl, and this will, help with my predictions for the next, year's Super Bowl. So in 2015, they spent roughly $30 million, and that accumulated roughly $719 million. There were roughly 121,000 visitors and a little bit over 5,000 out-of-town media personnel. NBC is the one that broadcasts this event, and at this time, they were the most watched program with 114 million viewers on average. So a lot of eyes will be going to be on this event. That's a lot of revenue that be collected from this TV deal, as well as people that are there. They have over 120,000 visitors, not people that live in Arizona, visitors that are not from Arizona. And looking at this, roughly 500,000 people enjoyed the Super Bowl related event during the week in Scottsdale, and a little under 20,000 people attended the NFL Experience, which was a record attendance for the Phoenix Convention Center. That was back in 2015. These numbers I'm looking to be similar or even more as society has progressed in a better direction, I would say. The things that were popular back then probably are not popular now. They're probably newly renovated and better apps and products and services out now as we have, technology has, advanced. Looking at this, the initial investment roughly might be around the same as, they had private investors, the NFL, government officials, people from Arizona, the NFL also putting up money as well. I'm seeing, that initial investment be roughly around that margin as, Arizona isn't a big market. If you're looking at, the likes of LA, New York, maybe even Texas or Florida, that initial investment could be different because you have to put more money into there and this is a bigger market. But the give back from this event is immaculate. $719 million, definitely worth the investment because you saw what you got back from this. Of course, you got to pay everybody back, but just this number alone definitely was beautiful. So the analysis, looking at from this, too much security is never enough security. We want to make sure that everybody is safe. The Super Bowl has been having great events and will continue to have great events. Safety is the utmost importance. The publicity from this event can be big. Looking at next year, cryptocurrencies, are the new wave of payment. The Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl definitely had a lot of cryptocurrency commercials. I'm looking to see more of that as well. I'm looking to see the State Farm, the Coca-Colas, the insurance companies are going to have their stuff. The car companies, so publicity, there's going to be a lot of different eyes on this event. Definitely have to tune in. Definitely want to have a great event because you will be looked upon as either good or as bad. Local businesses will be affected, whether whether it's positively or negatively. I can't say because it just depends on what's locally around the arena stuff. A local bar may succeed as people, want to step into a bar, get a couple drinks, and then go back into the festivities. They may succeed. A local food shop might not because they may have, Coca-Cola's in town or Chick-fil-A's in town and having a little pop-up shop. So, it just depends on what's around. But also, warm climate to more tourists to more revenue. Warm climate will bring out more people outside. More people outside, they will be attending these events such as what's at the Phoenix Convention Center, attending events, the NFL Experience events. That will accumulate more revenue. They will be spending more money on merchandise, on food, beverages, whatever they please to do, souvenirs as well. So looking at that can have a big effect, and that's what I'm looking at to project as, because the last time in 2015 they made over $1 million off of beer sales from that whole week of events. It's going to be warm out there. We can assume it's going to be warm in Arizona. So that money, $1 million set aside, is going to sound good to the people that are hosting this event because they know warm people are going to get thirsty. They're adults. They're going to want to drink beer. Perfectly fine. That's just what happens at these type of events. So to conclude this all, this next year is looking good. It's looking real promising. These past two Super Bowls, ironically, have had the hosting city's team was in the Super Bowl. You had the Los Angeles Rams, who won the Super Bowl this past year, host in L.A. The year prior to that, Tampa Bay Buccaneers played in Tampa Bay, hosted, and won the Super Bowl. The Arizona Cardinals may have a chance, pardon me, may have a chance to be in the Super Bowl this year. But overall, the state of Arizona is looking really, real promising to have a great Super Bowl, as they're 7 years removed, 8 years removed, and looking to host this year. They're looked over cities such as Las Vegas was a factor in this. They have not pressure, but they have a lot to look to look forward to as the NFL trending in the right direction with these events. The Super Bowl pretty much every year has always been good. So as they continue to succeed in that category, succeed in hosting, promoting, conducting a great event, I don't see Arizona failing this next coming year. Put it up to them. Put it up to hopefully everybody can stay safe. With COVID as that affects a lot of people. But everybody stay safe. I'm expecting this next year to be really looking good, really promising for the state of Arizona. I want to thank you for listening to my presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.